Fallout the show, the series. Will it suck? That's the question on everybody's mind. Probably not. You probably haven't thought about it, but it is on my mind. I'll give you that. Fallout, of course, is a video game franchise. They're adapting it into a show that will be on Amazon Prime. You know, the first positive I say about the show is that Amazon Prime, I feel like, is pretty solid with their shows. They have some shows that I hear are good, like Fleabag. I've never watched it though. The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, I think that one's called. But The Boys, are you kidding me? The Boys is fire. Are we talking about Invincible? Invincible's pretty crazy. In fact, I'd say Amazon Prime so far has a pretty decent track record. But that's not important. What's important is the people involved with the production. The design of everything looks pretty good. It looks pretty accurate to actual Fallout. And a lot of times that's my main complaint with video game franchises, video game adaptations, especially TV shows. I'm always worried that they're not gonna put in enough money, put in enough budget to really make that world feel real and lived in. But dude, look at the freaking Brotherhood of Steel suits. They look awesome, dude. The power armor looks great. And that takes me to the director of the thing. I was like, holy crap. When I found out who was directing this, I was like, that's pretty insane. Dude, it's freaking Christopher Nolan's brother, Jonathan Nolan, a man who helped write pretty much every Christopher Nolan film. Granted, he's not writing this, which is a bit of a bummer, but I mean, it's gotta run in the family, right? As far as the production and the people involved, it is by far the most interesting aspect about this show. It has me at least really interested, and I think more people need to talk about this because it's a big deal, I feel like. Yes, I know he's not his brother, but that doesn't mean he's not talented. But I mean, look at a lot of those scripts that he's co-written. Some of them are amazing. Talk about some of the best Christopher Nolan films, Dark Knight, things like that. But then if we take a look at the writers, they've done work that I am not a huge fan of personally. But again, always, just because people always do good work doesn't mean they can't mess up. And because people do work that, you know, you might not be a fan of, doesn't mean they can't, you know, something changes and they put out a really good product. One of the writers wrote Captain Marvel and the Tomb Raider remake, and the other one has actually written more of comedy-esque things. Portlandia, which I hear is decent. I've never seen Portlandia. A few episodes of Silicon Valley, a few episodes of The Office, things like that. More of a wild card, because is Fallout a comedy? I'm not sure. But again, we've seen in the past, honestly, that comedy writers can make a good jump to drama. I mean, look at Todd Phillips. That's the best example. The cast I'm not too familiar with outside of Walton Goggins as the Ghoul, which I love Walton Goggins, first of all, but the cast is something I'm not too concerned with. You know, sometimes unknown actors are phenomenal. Sometimes actors that I don't even know turn out amazing performances. I think the best example is Anthony Starr as Homelander, who is like the best acted and just overall villain on TV right now. So I think that when it comes to the hype levels for the Fallout show, it's definitely interesting. I don't know if it's like full send, I'm there, I'm so excited, but it's definitely intriguing. Todd Howard, of course, the big lead guy at Bethesda, is a executive producer, which is cool, I think, for at least keeping the same feel of Fallout. But Jonathan Nolan is by far the most intriguing part about this. The cast, don't really know him that much, but that doesn't mean anything. The writers, I'm not a huge fan of their past work, but you never know. And again, this could be a situation, the writers write something, Jonathan Nolan changes it. There always is some transition and difference from the actual script to what the director puts out. It's intriguing. It comes out next year. The trailer's out. Thanks for watching. Christmas tree.